Good morning, g'day guys. Welcome back to the channel. It's Jimmy Trades, your blue collar trader, ready to run through another day's pre-market analysis. Hope your Friday is starting off well. Last day of the week, let's go out with a bang. This morning we're going to have a look at the New York Open trade I took yesterday. We're just going to break that down and then we'll run through some of the assets that we usually do, just the usual suspects, and then we will wrap it up for another week. First of all, let's roll over to the calendar and check out what news we have today. Okay, we have PPI, core PPI and PPI month on month at 8:30. So if you have some evals you want to expedite, this could be an opportunity to do so. I'm actually going to try and do it on just a couple of 50k evals today. Had a really good day yesterday with some profit on evals, so I've got two fresh 50k evals sitting there, so I'm going to use those and see how we get on. See if we can expedite those and pass a couple of evals, move to funded. Otherwise, if we're looking to trade today, then we'll be waiting for New York Open. All right, let's move over to the charts. Okay, having a look at NQ. Okay, so here we have NQ and something I believe I mentioned earlier in the week was potential classic buy week or expansion for the week, with Tuesday being the low of the week. So we can look at this as a classic Tuesday low of the week, which is a buy week. So we see Monday sold off, Tuesday put in the low here, and then we expanded through Thursday. Now we didn't quite reach this high here, which was the drawn liquidity that I was looking at for price to reach to. We didn't quite reach that high, and we do have an SMT. So we have a bearish SMT with ES at the highs here. Let's mark that up. Okay, so we have a bearish SMT here, and if we just bring up ES just for confirmation, we can clearly see that. So here we see the same candle on NQ, where in this candle here from Wednesday put in the high or a higher high on ES, whereas NQ did not. Now, the other thing to see here is that we also have an SMT with previous day. So NQ was able to create a high yesterday and take out Wednesday's high, whereas ES did not. ES was unable to take Wednesday's high, so we see this SMT here as well. So using that information and looking at a classic buy week, Tuesday low of the week, we can anticipate today to be a TGIF. And we'll look for price to move lower back into the weekly range. So let's have a look back at NQ here. We have a look at the weekly range. This is the range here. So this is the 50% level. So we can anticipate price to move into the 20 to 30% of this range between these two. So somewhere in this region here. And we do have a little volume imbalance here. So we could see price move down into this region today. So I'm going to be bearish today for NQ. Let's roll over to the hourly. So first of all, I just want to have a look at the standard deviations from this manipulation leg here. We can see that price, it was so close to reaching our -4 standard deviation, but it has rolled over now and it looks like we might be getting a reversal. But all our other targets were met. It was actually, this week has been a very good week for our concepts. Looking at all our concepts, that the targets have been met pretty much throughout all week across NQES and oil in particular. So great to see all our concepts playing out. So moving over to current price, and we can see we're starting to get this rollover, this reversal here. So looking at this level here, this candle took liquidity of an important level. That important level is Wednesday's high. Thursday took that high, and then we see that we're displacing lower here. So we have an FEG aligned here. We see that there. So this is a confirmed change in the state of delivery. So a bearish change in the state of delivery. If this displacement continues and we get a close below this level here, this will also be a bearish breaker. Then what we can do is, this is the manipulation leg. We can run our standard deviations off of there and look for potential draw in liquidity. This low resistance liquidity stands out for me straight away. It's aligned with the -2 standard deviation. And look, I'm not saying we're going to get there today, of course, but we do have a draw on liquidity. We also have low resistance liquidity here and high resistance liquidity on our side of price, low resistance on the other side of price. So if you're looking to trade today, I'll be looking for a short based off of the daily bias, and the market structure does look to be rolling over here. So we're going from a buy model to a sell model. While we're on NQ, let's go and have a look at the trade I took yesterday. So where were we? Yesterday's Thursday. We came in, here we go. Okay, so this was our high time frame point of interest. Was the bullish hourly FEG. That's our high time frame POI. So once we tipped into this, then we're dropping down to the 5-minute. I had a bullish bias yesterday, so the bias aligned with the entry function. And we see here our high time frame point of interest. Let's mark that out. High time frame POI. Price dipped into that and then also created a stop hunt into the high time frame point of interest. So here's our stop hunt. Okay. Here is the breaker. This is the breaker that I chose to use. And we have an FEG aligned with the breaker right here. Now we aim for 2R. And price did reach 2R. Now I exited this trade early. I think it was this 11:35 candle or thereabouts. Reason being, because of the time of day it was. Where I live, it was 2 a.m. in the morning nearly, and price overall had been fairly sluggish. I mean, we had to sit through. This was our initial entry on this candle here. That was at 10:20. You know, we had to sit through nearly an hour or 50 odd minutes of choppy sideways price action in drawdown for quite a bit of that as well, before price actually started to move higher. But in saying that, you know, price wasn't really displacing. Yeah, we had a little bit of displacement here, but overall price wasn't decisive. So one of my rules is that I won't leave a trade open once I leave the office. So if I'm leaving the office, I close all my positions. That's my rule. So I got out at 1R yesterday, which for me was actually a really good day yesterday. I had a great day across funded and across evals. So I was happy enough to walk away with 1R yesterday and take profits when profits were given. Okay, I could have held out and, you know, I would have eventually got to 2R, but as I say, my rules are when I'm walking away from the office that I have no positions left open, and I followed my plan. Now, I'm going to just point out why I chose this breaker. For me, this breaker, we come down and it creates the low and the high, and then we get the move lower. Okay, so we have a high and we have the low, and that's okay. We can use the high and the low of the same candle. And then we get displacement lower, we get a stop hunt, and price moves higher. So that's what I was looking at. That's why I used this 9:30 candle for my breaker. So that was a little trade review there for the NQ long I took yesterday. If you took the same trade, let me know in the comments. Would love to know if you had a win, if you used the same breaker, or if you didn't execute. You know, let me know why you didn't take this trade. All right, let's move over to ES. So on the daily, as we already pointed out, we have an SMT at the highs. We can see some of the narrative and logic here from the hourly. I'll leave that on for now. So what we have, we've got a failure swing here, but we did sweep this high. So ERL, and what do we have? We have internal liquidity resting here. So I'll be looking for price to move lower today with a bearish SMT here to NQ. Looking for price to move into this bullish FEG. Then we can reassess. Let's drop down to the hourly. This is the SMT here. We can see that we didn't quite get to the -4 standard deviation here, but all our other targets were met. We do have a negative change in the state of delivery. We can see how price has respected that. So we had a sweep here, new all-time highs, and then we have displacement lower through this. So this is the first moment in time that we see a change in trend, and you can see how price has respected that. 1, 2, 3, 4 times prices tried to push through the change in the state of delivery, and it's been unable to. We get a rejection here, and we actually start to displace lower as well. So what I'll be watching for is if price can displace below this low here and continue to seek out some of this low resistance liquidity through here. If we run our standard deviations, the leg that took liquidity, you can see our first region, our -1, is aligned with this low resistance liquidity here. And then we also have an imbalance here that needs to be filled. That's aligned with the -2 to -2.5. And further down, we have more low resistance liquidity. Again, I'm not saying we're getting down to these levels today, but we have draw on liquidity. Let's have a look at oil. Moving out to the daily. And a great move yesterday. We'll just mark this out again. Price was located at a bullish FEG, bounced off this bullish order block and continuing higher. And that's what we were looking for. We're looking for price to continue higher. And we did get that move. Now, let's have a look here to see how price reacted to the Tuesday candle body, 50% of that, and we can see price reacted right at the 50% level. So it's always interesting to check those things and see how price is reacting. But in saying that, we're moving from internal to external. So I would like to see price reach for this external level here. So bullish for oil. Now oil, we had a bullish bias yesterday. It just didn't give us an opportunity to get into the market. Not using our model anyway. Dropping down to the hourly. So this initial low resistance liquidity here that we pointed out earlier in the week, that has been swept. You can see that. And we have our -2 standard deviation is aligned with our drawn liquidity. We've had a retracement off the -1. Price action hasn't really displaced here. We have obviously had this grind higher, but no real displacement. We have this FEG here, which price did close below, but looks like it might validate that once again. We've closed below and it looks like price may close through, therefore finding some support here at this region. We would have a change in the state of delivery here, but we don't have, there's a tiny FEG here, very, very small. So we can use this as a bullish change in the state of delivery. So overall, bullish for oil today. Jumping over to Euro futures. So our target was met yesterday. Our target was smashed, which is cool. We were looking for this level to be taken. And as I said yesterday, this is an area where I find we would have a lot of potential for a reversal because we have a bullish FEG and we have a swing low aligned with that. And we can see the sort of reaction that price has had here. straight away, it had a very strong reaction. As soon as price moved below this level, it had a very strong reaction and started to move higher. So we do have a small FEG here. This would be our initial first target. So I'm definitely bullish today, but I'd also be looking for price to reach further into this bearish FEG, and like we have for a bullish idea, this is the bearish idea with a swing higher line with the bearish FEG, a strong potential for reversal. So first we need to see price disrespect this FEG, so we're going to be watching to see how price reacts here before potentially continuing higher into this level here. If we were to look at the dealing range, we do have this bearish FEG in a discount, in a premium. Price will have to do a fair bit of work to get up to there anyway, but again, not saying anything like that's going to happen today. First and foremost, looking for bullish price action into this region and looking to see if it disrespects this bearish FEG for a reach a little bit higher here. Dropping down to the hourly. Okay, dropping down to the hourly, we do see straight away we did get a change in the state of delivery here. So we have this leg that swept liquidity into an important level, and we have displacement through this area. So straight away we have a bullish change in the state of delivery. We can then use that leg for projecting higher. Obviously, what is also noticeable is all this low resistance liquidity all the way through here. And we have high resistance liquidity on our side of price. So good opportunity for bullish price action today. So overall bullish for Euro futures. Jumping over to gold now. Well, this is playing out very nicely. Moving from internal to external. We're going to need to see how price reacts here to this internal here. But we are displacing higher. And also we have this low resistance liquidity all the way through here as well. So I'm going to remain bullish on gold today. Let's move to the hourly. We have these equal highs here and also here, so definitely looking for price to draw towards these levels. We've broken through and closed beyond this bearish FEG here, which is quite a significant one. We're now retesting that level. We do have high resistance liquidity here where we took out these equal lows before continuing higher. Looking for potential change in state of delivery. a little bit choppy through there. We have this sweep here, but we don't really have any displacement until we get up through this area here. So I'll probably just be watching for price to pull back to potentially this area before moving higher. So if we do see something like this, that's what I'll be looking for today. So gold overall bullish. Moving to Dixie now. Whoa, see that candle? So price did reach up and take out this external level here before moving lower and filling this internal straight away. We've had quite a strong reaction today after pushing through this internal. And we've already taken out previous day low and we've taken Wednesday's low as well. So I'll be looking for price to continue higher here today. Seeking out this high here. This is also a region where we have the swing high aligned with the bearish FVG. So strong potential for a reversal here. Let's jump over to GBP quickly. So we're still getting that grind lower, all very slow by the looks of it, but we are getting that grind lower. So going to continue with the bearish bias. Looking for price to reach to this swing low here and even down into this discounted region. Euro futures. Still looking for Euro futures, I mean Euro USD, sorry. So we haven't taken this low here yet. What did we look at for? Okay, so you can see the discrepancy here between futures and Forex. So on futures, we've already taken this low, whereas on Forex, we haven't. But we have had this very strong reaction here. So who follows who? Let's have a look at the hourly and see if the hourly gives us any signs of a reversal. We do have that change in the state of delivery on the hourly, same as futures, and we do have all this low resistance liquidity here. So you know, we could look at that as an SMT between the two assets. So if we move back out to the daily, let's, you know, we can look at this as a bullish SMT, especially with this sort of reaction here as well. If we do move lower, then I'd just be looking to see how price reacts to the 50% of this candle wick. All right, another week done. Well, nearly. Let's wrap it up there, guys. And let's look to have a great Friday. Let's finish the week strong. Please leave your comments below. I do appreciate the engagement. If there's anything you want to talk about, you know, please drop a comment. and I'll be happy to answer your questions. Remember to sub to the channel, like the video, and turn on those notifications, and share the channel around. I appreciate all your support. All right, guys, have a fantastic Friday. Enjoy your weekend, whatever it is you're up to. I'm actually heading to an Oktoberfest function tomorrow, so that should be quite a good day, I would imagine. Whatever it is you're up to, have a great weekend, guys. Appreciate you all. Have fun. Safe trading, and we will catch you on Monday. Bye for now.